The Russian Ministry of Justice updates the list of foreign agents traditionally on Fridays. They include opinion leaders, human rights activists, politicians, journalists and activists, everyone whom the Kremlin considers an enemy. Moreover, according to the logic of the current Russian government, people must declare their unreliability themselves. At the end of October 2023, Radio Liberty journalist Alsu Karmasheva was arrested in Russia because she did not ask the Federation Ministry of Justice to include her in the register of foreign agents.
Saints are completely bad with human rights. They are not respected, and this is evidenced by all those external observers who comment on this situation. Not only the special representative, the UN special reporter, but also all those human rights specialists who left Russia and have the opportunity to speak freely. None of them says that everything is fine.
Human rights activists, journalists and politicians whom Moscow included in the register of foreign agents turned to the UN Human Rights Committee to challenge their status. All their appeals to Russian courts were unsuccessful. Moreover, at a meeting of the working group of the UN Human Rights Council, a representative of Russia stated that there is no censorship in the country and the status of a foreign agent does not infringe on the rights of citizens.
The United Nations Human Rights Council must decide whether all the procedures that the Russian government has inflicted on us are consistent with their international obligations. It is not without reason that we believe that we can achieve success in the Human Rights Committee.
Now, a VPN service can also be a foreign agent. Moscow has repeatedly tried to take control of network users, and VPN services give citizens of the Federation the opportunity to bypass blocking and receive objective information, and not just propaganda from Russian TV. Now, in Russia, instead of banning the IP addresses of VPN service, they directly block the protocols, namely they provide a stable and secure connection.
There are a lot of VPN services that work on open protocols, like OpenVPN. They stopped working, and the hunt has begun a long time ago. Now we see that it is intensifying, and the legislation has adopted norms that make it possible to extrajudicially and quickly block any site that talks about tools such as VPN, TOR, and gives instructions on how to bypass Roskomnadzor blocking.
Russia expanded legislation on foreign agents after the start of the full-scale war against Ukraine in order to narrow the information space within the country as much as possible, and therefore to block the opportunity for Russians to receive objective information or express opinions that differ from the Kremlin propaganda agenda. Before the presidential elections, repressive methods will be even tougher, experts are sure.
The Russian authorities are preparing for 2024, preparing for elections. I think, closer for the time, we may see not only restrictions on access to individual sites, but possibly partial shutdowns of the internet in regions according to time, according to a schedule. What we are now seeing is obviously a struggle between the shell and the shield. The state is coming up with new measures to prevent people from accepting prohibited social networks, content and independent media that talk about the war against Ukraine.
According to the publication Verstka, journalists and media representatives have become the largest professional group in the Russian register of foreign agents. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.